morning, everybody. This is Born in 75, and I'm going to take you through a quick walkthrough of the beginning of V Rising, the new game that the Knights of Chaos are playing. So, as you start a new game, it's going to ask you for character setup. I'm just going to go with something, whatever's on there, a random name. And here we are. Press the space bar to wake up. This is the beginning area, and it's going to go through a little bit of a tutorial for you, and it wants you to do a few things. It'll say move your controls, do this, do that. You can wander through here and hit the lights and the jugs and pick up a little bit of lumber, but it's not really important. Don't spend too much time in here. You can get a feel for the controls. But other than that, you want to exit the crypt as quick as possible. Now, up on the top right, you will see the little dial with the sun. That means that it is sunny and the sun is out. And you need to be aware of that, because you can die from sun exposure. So, your beginning weapon has good reach, so you just back up a little bit to keep the skeletons from hitting you. Press F to pick up item drops. You definitely want to pick up the bones. Keep picking up the bones. You'll want a little bit of fiber, so I'm just going to hit these bushes so I can pick up a little bit of fiber. Now, notice our first mission is done. Collect 30 bones, so we can claim them. As you do missions and beat bosses in the game, it gives you recipes. So if you're ever wondering why can't I advance, or why can't I make the next higher level gear, it's because you probably need to go fight a boss or do a mission. Here I'm going to show you what it's like when the sun starts damaging you, and when it's daytime. A little beam will come down and it'll start hurting you. You'll see. Here it goes. Ah! I'm on fire. And it takes health very, very fast. It doubles. So, you take 6 at first, then 12, and it goes on and on and on. And higher and higher and higher. So, you definitely don't want to stand in the sun for too long. In this beginning area, coffins can have loot. So, I always pick up all the loot that I possibly can, because it will help you. So now that we have the recipe open for a bone sword, it's going to tell us to make a bone sword. We press tab, and it opens up this little cutscene, and it tells you that we need 30 bones for the bone sword, and we're crafting our bone sword. Here's a bone sword. It automatically equips. You can turn it on and off by pressing the corresponding number in the toolbar. We want a little bit more plant fiber. There we go. Here's a skeleton, so we're going to kill the skeleton to get some more bones. So standing out in the sun, we took a little bit of damage. Okay. You have different spells and abilities that you can use, and you find those by pressing the J button. It pulls up. You have a few in the very beginning. Blood Right, and heals you for 30% of your spell power. This one's called your travel ability, Veil of Blood. Oh, we're being attacked. I'll show you what the travel ability does. You press the space bar, you zoom around, and you have a little red glowy bit. It makes you invulnerable to damage just for a minute when you zoom around. And it heals you for a portion of the damage that you do. So we did 8 damage and we just got 6 hit points back. Pick up rats. They will be useful later on, I promise. Yeah, we just wander around in here and pick up a few more bones. Not a lot. Sometimes when you smash down headstones, you get rats or bones. Here it looks like a few more tombs that we can open. Yay, take all. Yay, take all. Alright, so this tells us that our next mission is completed, so we'll click the claim on it. And now it's telling us to craft a bone ring. Press tab, go back into crafting, and we're making a bone ring. While we're waiting, get some more bones. Using your travel ability is a good way to zoom behind enemies, the archers. That way they miss you when they shoot and you can kill them. Alright, our bone ring should be crafted by now, so we'll go back to our inventory. And our equipment sure is. There's our bone ring. Alright, so enter the Fairbane Woods. We're going to leave the little beginning starting area. You can choose east or west Fairbane Woods. I chose the west. And it shows you shift to jump down. In the game, if you're ever up on top of a cliff edge or something like that, sometimes it helps you to travel around a little faster by jumping down a cliff. You don't take damage, so that's nice. Alright, it's telling us our next quest is to hit an enemy using a shadow bolt. Once again, that's this spell. It's automatically keyed up to our R button. There we go. Fairbane Woods area discovered on the map. On the mini-map, you can see this big green thing. That's for when we die. You can spawn back there. Or, it's also a teleporter. Once you have multiple of those, you can fast travel around. Alright, we damaged a living being enough to where we can feed on it. Feed is the F ability, and then the bottom middle, our blood will stop. You use magic. When you use magic, it costs blood. So you always want to make sure you have enough blood. If you ever run out of blood, then you will die. Your health will start going down really fast, and you will die. I saw the skeletons over here, so I just wanted to get a little bit more bone. Alright, let's finish our quest by hitting them with a shadow bolt. need to use one more. Hold down R, aim it, and there it goes. Now, craft a bone guard chest guard, leggings, gloves, and boots. That's why we've been picking up bones. So, we have enough bones. Oh, well, you can queue up multiple of the same thing. So I just accidentally queued up multiple, so I canceled one of them. Alright, we need a little bit more animal hide, so we're going to go find some more wolves or deer that we can kill. Come here, Mr. Deer. I chose to feed on him because the percentage of his blood was higher. Here you can see the higher level of blood that you drink off the living beings, the higher the benefits and the buffs that you get from it. Later on in the game, it will become very important to get good blood. But here in the very beginning, it doesn't really matter. Any blood that you can get will be fine. And I think that was enough to craft our gloves and boots. Yeah, there we go. They're crafting. So you saw me kill that last wolf really quick. What I did, since I already have blood, when his health got down low enough, I clicked to feed on him. And then I just left-clicked the mouse. And that does an instant kill. It's a good way of getting rid of enemies quickly. Alright, so now we have armor. And it's telling us to craft a bone axe and chop down some trees. And now we have the axe. As you see, the more and more quests that you finish, the more recipes that it opens up for you. So I know it's a bit of a pain in the very beginning, but you definitely need to do the little beginning quests. Otherwise you won't be able to progress in the game. So it's telling us to cut down 3 trees. The smaller trees you can cut down. This large one, it's just part of the graphics for the game, and you cannot cut it down. One thing that I like about this game is that you are not limited by weight in your inventory. You're just limited by slots. However many slots you have. We'll claim that and make a bone mace. So in our inventory, there are bone maces making. You see, each item goes into a stack, and you don't have weight to hold you back. It just goes by stacks. So recently they've put out an update to where your item stacks can have more. It used to be a lot lower for how many items you could carry in one stack, but now they've upped it a substantial amount, so it's really, really nice. You can running around carrying all kinds of things. Yes, I know, I'm getting lumber, but the mission says stone. That's just because here shortly it's going to tell us to start building a house. And we will need some lumber. Okay. After this one more rock. And we can continue on. And there's our next quest. Alright, see, now it's telling us to construct a castle, and I believe we'll start that on our next video. So, thank you for watching. As always, if you have any questions, feel free to ask, and we'll do our best to answer them. Thank you. Have a good day.